All right. So today we're going to finish up a little bit. Well, so the last video I was having a problem with not being able to put in the icons from Heroicons. And it turns out that's because I'm an idiot. Um, the so we'll fix that up and do a few other minor tweaks for that kind of flash message that we wanted to have come up. But the main thing that we're going to be working through is getting the template editor set up. So this is where you actually build the templates. This is going to be kind of a rough first version of it. There's going to be a lot of room for improvements, like, as is the case for everything we're building. There's a reason that companies like HubSpot have, I don't know, however many thousand employees and have been working on it for however many years. So we're going to take a stab at kind of working in that direction. So let's get into that. And my thing's not switching. Weird. All right. So yeah, the problem that we were having is that we couldn't load the icons. So the fix for that was adding node modules to the asset load path. As soon as I checked back in one of my old projects, I slapped did a nice solid face palm. So that's what the problem was that was happening there. All right. So once I did that, that means that the icons in here would load, and that gives us, if we hop into one of these, we can now have the X here and the check mark. Now this actually is not using the icon that we're loading, so we're going to want to do that in here. So with this, we're going to do icon and make sure that we're interpolating the string. And the other thing we're going to want to do is, I said title. I think I might want to change that to message now that I'm actually really using it. Well, no, I'll leave that as title. I could see us building a more robust setup where we actually do have message, something like that, and then we, I don't know, put a second row or something, I don't know. But for now, we don't have that. So if we do that and reload, all right, and this is blowing up here because the icon that we're asking for here, I think this was supposed to be circle check. Let's check and see what it is. Check circle. Beautiful, and email sent. So that looks good. So that is functionally what we're looking to have. So if I go over to the turbo stream and I put that in here, it's not actually doing anything right now with the style. So I'm actually going to remove that. And we'll add that in when we actually need it. Okay, so that's good. So just to test this out, so if we reload this, it's going to go away. Great. If we go to the controller for emails, I'm going to actually just take that out, so we're actually not going to send it. All right, so if I go add email, subject, test, and send. Email sent. Beautiful. All right, so that is all wired in. That is all working. So let's commit that in there. So this is saying that we need, so we added the Heroicons, we added the inline SVG, we added that path. For the email, we're popping that up. We add the alert component. That we can skip, and that we can skip. All right. Let me just check something. So you email creation. Okay, yeah. Add alert. Pop up. I don't know. Okay. So that's all good. All right. So with that done, let's work on the actual template editor. So we're going to do a Rails GR spec feature. Users can manage email templates. And let's just adjust the screen a bit. And as per usual, we will grab this stuff. All right, so click on select. So now we're into the account. We're going to click on, I don't know, settings. Actually, we'll just do templates, email templates. Click on, what am I doing for add email template. So an email template is going to have a body and a subject, but it's also going to have a description. So the description will be kind of like the internal. What do I want, description or title? We'll say title. Fill in title with this is my template. Fill in subject with email subject, and fill in body with email body. And then we'll click on, and how do we create? Yeah, we're doing create. So I'm not sure, I'm torn on this. Something I kind of always am torn on is this. I think that a lot of people have the expectation of when you have a single thing on the single page, it's just going to say save, update, whatever. The nice thing with the create email template is that if you have a page where you might have multiple modals up, or panels or sidebar or something like that, you're explicitly saying what it's going to do. I don't know. Something I'm always torn on. So when you click create on team, then they expect page to have content. This is my template. So that means you've created the template. Okay. So then for that template, if we click on the template name, this is my template. This will go to the edit page. So I'm going to maybe say fill in title with a new template title. Expect page to have content, new template title. So we created it, we updated it, and we also want to be able to archive them. Click on archive. If I click on archive, expect page not to have content, new template title, and then I can go click on archive. archived. And once I go to the archive page, I can click on unarchive, and we can expect page dot not to have content new template title, because it can be off the page now. All right, let's run this and see what starts blowing up. All right, so it doesn't have that page, right? Company, email templates, email templates path. Oh, weird, it blew up again. All right. And of course it's ambiguous. It's added to the two menus. Click on match first. Yep. Email templates controller. Better. All right. I'm just gonna close this stuff. So email templates, we're gonna make the index. All right. All right, I'm just going to skip over a few of the weird things that will come up and just actually email template equals email template dot new right now. Oh, weird. You don't have one. So we're going to do Rails G model email template. So this is going to be connected to an account. So references. Account, which is a reference, and it's going to have a title, a subject, a body, which is going to be text. The other ones are going to be strings. I could see this having something like a creator created by an owner eventually, but yeah, I'm not gonna worry about that for right now. Yeah, that's probably good. All right. So I'm gonna make this into a sequence just right off the bat. Email template and that's fine. Other than that, we don't have any specs for this so far. It belongs to an account. Good. Account is null, false. Title null, false. Subject null, false. Body null, false. Yeah, you can't leave any of that stuff blank. Well, I suppose your template, the subject could be blank if you don't want to specify it. Do I want to let that? No, it's easy enough to go from null, false to not null. So I'm going to leave that as is for now. All right. And then we want to migrate this. Yay me, remembering to do it before it blows up in my face. All right. And it's missing the new template. Of course. So we'll do a new.html.erb. And I know we're going to be editing this. I'm just going to throw the form in here right now. All right. So for new, we are going to be doing a render form with an email template of @email template. So we'll pass that in. All right, form with model email template do form. So again, we're just gonna do a normal form setup here. Nothing really mind-blowing here. And actually, probably moving forward, when I do kind of the scaffolding of a new object where we're doing just the basic setup, I'm probably just gonna be skipping it, to be honest. You need me to watch me do the same old stuff, most likely. Give me your thoughts. So we've got the title, the subject. Well, let's not jump the gun. We'll wait for it to complain first. So we give it a title. Now it's looking for a subject. And we're going to do the body. And I haven't set this up yet for an input. So we're going to do text area for the body. And we'll want to do a label. Fill on doesn't work. No. And it's not being able to create. So this would normally where it blows up if I hadn't already made that email template, but I did. So it's not gonna give us weird errors here. So form.submit. All right. So our email template, new email template params, and our email template dot account is going to equal to the current account. We'll let this blow up as it blows up. All right, so we said title, subject, and body could be set. So here we will redirect to, this will be the email templates path. And it's not finding the email template naturally at email count must exist. Yay. So that's where we throw that in. All right. It isn't able to find any templates naturally. So in the index, we want to loop over them. So we want to do the email templates dot each do template, and I don't know, we're just gonna do a div and here we will just do a link to template.title template. Template is heavy, each for nil. Well, that's because we're not loading anything. Oh, right, we don't want to actually show. So actually I have for routes. That's a great mistake to have made. So we want to do accept, show, and destroy. So that's not going to give us a route anymore. So we want to not link to the template. We want to go to the edit email template path. Although I could see having something in the future where maybe if you click on the template itself, it give you analytics about it or something. I don't know. But we're not going to do that right now. All right. So this is basically the same as the new. Specified, right, the right code. And in the controller, in edit, we need to do at email template equals current. So it's good to always use these things like current account dot email templates dot find. It's always good to do something like this versus doing something like this. So if you do this where you are saying email template dot find 13, it means that all a person has to do to be able to edit this content is change the parameter. So you could say this is 13, 15, 23. The thing is that may not be on your account. If you do this second version and you say, so if you say params ID is 12, well, if current account doesn't have that, it's going to throw a not found error. Eventually, I want to actually change these to be obscure IDs, so that way you'd have /email templates / instead of 123, you would have something like that, where they're essentially not guessable, and you still wouldn't have that issue with going somewhere else or getting someone else's stuff. Why is that failing? New template title. Oh, maybe I should save it. Click on. I wasn't expecting that error, which is a great when you have an unexpected error. That's when it's you can kind of check out your test to make sure that you're doing what you expected. So click on update email template. There we go. That's what I was expecting. So if you just pull this down, so we still are going to want to be pulling in the template as before. And let me, yeah, we're just doing a straight update. So what's nice by not having the account as part of the permitted parameters, then if we remove this here, then the account can never be changed on us. Such as a nice little security precaution. Yeah, just something to be aware of. And actually even jump in, I could have easily have put account into here as part of the new, but I like to really explicitly set it. So there's something to be aware of. And that's just a stylistic thing. All right, does not have an archive button in there. See what time is that? 27 minutes. All right, so I do want to kind of look to start finishing this up. So we could archive, what was it? What was it that we were setting? Archiving the email accounts, I believe. And that actually means that I've made a mistake. So if I go, I didn't actually put in a archive status flag. Well, we'll run into that in a minute, so I'll just wait for now. But if we look at our settings, email accounts, index, we can basically grab. We're gonna have the exact same concept here for the archive and unarchive. So for that, we are going to do the, this is going to be hitting the, so we'll just actually remove this for now. Archive is going to be hitting the email template path for the template, and email template archive should be true. Method put unless template dot archived, and this is could be if email template unarchived is false. All right, undefined method archived. Of course not. So that's going to be the model email template. So we're going to do the time for a Boolean archived. And now it should complain. So it's complaining about the archived at. When I'm at this where I go, oh yeah, I didn't create that field. So I'm going to do a Rails DB rollback. And we need a t.datetime archived at. And that's all we need for that. Let's migrate that up again. I know I've had problems before with that not applying to the test database, so we'll see. All right, so now the controller is actually not letting that go through. Well, sorry. So email templates dot okay, so where archived at is nil. So this is going to always be showing the archived one, unarchived ones. All right, so that didn't work, and that's because we also want to be able to accept down here the archived, true or false. Perfect. And now it's complaining. So now that it is disappearing from the page, and it's complaining about not having an archive button. So we're actually at 30 minutes. So what I'm going to do is just kind of show what this looks like in the interface. So I can go to the email templates. I can go add email template. I can say my email template. Hi there. This is the body. And create the email. So I can now see my email template. If I archive it, it goes away, and I don't have a toggle to switch between archived and unarchived. So that's something I'll have to be doing. You know what? I can give myself 40 minutes. Let's see where we can get for this. So here, we're going to go on link to archived. This is going to be the email templates path. And I want to put in a param. What did I do for the? I go to the settings. And here I did archive true. Okay. Archived true. Okay. And we can just leave that blank for that case. Unarchived, archived. All right, we can toggle, and in our controller, so we want this to show where archived at is nil. So it's going to only show them, only show the unarchived. So unless params archived. And actually, let me grab the So that's actually a problem there because it's gonna, yeah. So, you know, when I start getting stuff like this is where I go, I want to just do if params archived, then so if the archive parameter is on, so it's present in any way, then I want to show it where the archive data is not nil, and otherwise where it's okay. That makes sense. So view the archived. I can now see my email template. If I unarchive it, then I'm back on the archive page, and okay. All right. That is toggling right. So let's see if this works. One thing I don't think is happening so here we're redirecting back to the unarchived main page. So when I'm updating things normally, I want to go so if I'm on the archived page and I hit unarchive, archived param is going to be changing it to true. So if email params, what is it? Has key archived. So because if I just grabbed archived, that wouldn't work right. So this is for, so by default we want archived to be false. So redirect to email template path, archived. So this is going to redirect to it to the home page normally. But if you've sent the archived parameter, then in here we want, so we want to basically keep them on the same page. So here we'll do email template params archived. So if that's coming in, yeah. So if that comes in as a false, it means that you are archiving it, which means that you want it to be not that parameter. So not is going to basically turn it into a Boolean just in case it's not a Boolean. So that's going to basically make sure it's Booleanified. So if you've set the archive parameter, if you're currently on the unarchived page, showing everything, all the active ones, and you archive something, then this archive is going to be false. So our redirect is going to not false to keep us on that page. So that should work. We shall see. That's why we have tests. And I'm not a fan of how this looks. That's kind of icky, but so if I'm here currently on the normal page and I archive this, Email templates archived is false. And it's treating, yeah, okay. So that's happening because this is, if params, and this is where it's getting a little bit messy, and I'm starting to think that I want to do something better with this. So on the archived page, on the normal page, it's showing me the archived. Go to the archived, it's saying what am I missing here? If the archived equals false or archived equals the text false. All right, let me just check and see what's going on. So I'm currently on the normal page. So when I do that, I'm going to select email templates from email templates. Right, account ID is 1 and email templates archive that is null. Correct. If I go to the archived page, then select email templates from templates or templates account ID is 1, yes, and archive that is null. Wrong. And that's doing archived is true. So if archived there we go. That's why. On the arc. Unarchive it. I'm on the unarchived. Go to the archive page in my email template. If I archive it, archive that is nil. All right, so I am on normal page, shows nothing. Archived shows nothing. I'm confused by what's going on here. What does it look like? It is archived as nil. So if I'm on nothing, if param, and if I refresh, so it's nil. Oh. Params archived. If it's nil, or if it's false, or if it's false. There we go. Switch to archived, there's nothing there. Switch back to unarchived, it's there. If I archive it, archived equals false. Yeah, I have to copy that logic over to the index. Buh. Okay. All right, so I'm going to do something in here. So in this, params archived equals params so I'm going to if this is present, so what do I really want this to be? Let's change this from being to 1 and 0. If params so if this is, so if we do not nil, this can be false. If I do not true, that's going to be true. If I do not false, that's going to be true. If I do not 0, it's true. No, so you know what, I'm just going to at least extract this logic into one place. So if I grab this, params not nil, or params archive false, or params archive false, then so let's actually invert this. So archived equals, if params archived equals, and actually it's always going to be true that we're passing in here. So this is overly complicating it. So if params archived is equal to true, then it's going to be Boolean, and at that point we can now just use that like so. So archived is false. All right, view archived is true, and that just cleans up all that crap. And I can get rid of this not by, if I say I want to view the archived, then there. And if I exit, run the test, this should now blow up in my face. Why are you blowing up my face? Click on archived. It's not going to have it. We're still going to be on the archive page. If we click on archive and click on unarchive, then expect page to not have new template. So here we're going to do the same thing. If email temporary params is equal to true, so if we're no, we do have to do a thing like that. So if so, it's going to be that we're looking to do. When I fumble around with this Boolean logic stuff the most, that's when I'm like, something about this is not great. Okay, so if it has the archived key, so this is what we are going to be looking at. So if the current page, if our current page is the unarchived stuff, then archived is going to be equal to true. So on line 23 is when we're archiving it. So archive should be true. So this raw parameter is still probably a string. Yeah, that's why. Perfect. All right. This I don't like. It's kind of ugly. There's something to be done there. This is tolerable. I think I have to take a look and see, because I think there's some built-in active support stuff that should be able to make that a little bit better. So I have to take a peek and probably update that. But the bottom line is that we now are creating email templates and able to edit them. The page for that is kind of ugly, so this has to have some work done to it. And eventually we need to have a bunch of stuff to help with the replacements. But eventually, so the next step will be to make it so that we can go in here and go person dot, what is it, given name. And we'll be using liquid to substitute that to actually make it do its thing for real. But that will be for the next video. Take care.